The new Notebook LM video update is absolutely insane. And what you can essentially do now is you can generate videos in like one single click from any resource, any training material, any idea even that you have. And it's incredibly easy, plus it's free, and I'll show you exactly how to do it today. So if we pull up, for example, this video that I've generated, what I actually did was I plugged in the sales recipe that we use to train our team, but you could do this with YouTube videos, blog posts, social media posts, whatever resources you want to train Notebook LM on. And then once you've done this completely for free, you can then generate a video like you can see right here. And this is not just like a 5-second video like Bayo 3 or something like this. This is 5 minutes long, and I generated it in one single click for free. And I'll show you exactly how to do this, plus why it's useful for your business today. Let's get straight into it. So essentially, NotebookLM is a free tool that you could previously use to generate, for example, like podcasts and all sorts of things like that, right? Really powerful tool. And the way that it works is what you're going to do is you're going to go over to NotebookLM to sign up for a free account over here. And then you can click on Create New. And then you can upload your sources, right? So for example, it could be a doc, it could be a training material, it could be, for example, even a presentation, right? So you can actually upload Google Slides over here. You can add a website link, YouTube video, etc. And you can see here, you can actually add 300 sources. 300 sources. That is insane. All right, and then you can also, for example, copy and paste text. So, I mean, what you could even do is like you could go on to say your Twitter profile, whatever you're posting with. And then, you know, let's say, for example, we wanted to create a video about this, right? And instead of me or my avatar going off and creating content, we could take this idea like so. Then we can go back to our new notebook. We can paste in the text over here. We can add some information about it. And we just create a new notebook about that, right? New notebook example, right? And then from here, we can actually create an audio overview or a video overview or even both if we wanted to. Really simple and easy to do. And it's insane how powerful it is, right? Yoshika says, I love Notebook LM. It is amazing. I love the video feature. Me too. And apparently most of the world as well. Because at this point, from what I saw, well, number one, this has just been rolled out. So literally, it just came out a few days ago, right? That it's been rolled out 100% to the rest of the world. But also on top of that, if we have a look here, they've actually generated on Notebook LM 1.1 million video overviews. Bearing in mind, this only just came out. This is a brand new feature, and 1.1 million videos, which is enough to flood YouTube. More videos than most people, I mean, anyone could ever watch in their life, right? 1.1 million, and it's all been generated pretty quickly using this process, all right? So let me show you an example of how we can do this from scratch. I'm going to go to Create New over here. Then we're going to get some YouTube videos about something that I want to create, right? So let's go over here. Just mute this. Then I'm going to say, right, okay, let's take this video over here. We're going to go over to NotebookLM. I'm going to use that as a source for generating our podcasts and our video for free in like one single click. We can also change the name of this. We can have multiple sources if you want to create something that's a bit more well researched. So for example, like ChatGPT 5. And then from here, what we can do is we can start adding sources on the left hand side if we need to have more. We can also discover sources. So what we can actually do here is we can describe what we are looking for and then add that as a source to the content that we're going to create, right? So if you're a bit shallow on the content you've created, or you're not a content creator, no problem, mate. You can still create videos, you can still create podcasts. I mean, this would be absolutely amazing for learning languages and that sort of thing as well, right? So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, give me some more ideas on Perplexity, AICO. It's probably just going to find mostly my videos on this topic, but let's see what it's got. We'll see what the sources are, right? And so essentially what we can do is just find more sources to load up our notebook so that we can generate better results in the end, right? So you can, for example, add all of these, you know, import them if you wanted to, or you can delete them as well. So you can actually just delete these sources later. And then once you've done that, as you can see, for example, it's pulled in my YouTube video here. Once you've done this, you can then click on audio overview or video overview, right? So I'm just going to untick all these other sources because I actually just want to use mine, to be honest. I mean, no disrespect to any of these geezers. All right, so we're just going to use my source for creating this video. And then what I'm going to do is click on audio overview. So that's going to generate a podcast between two different AI voices that are talking to each other about my specific video. Now, why would we want to do that? Because then we can repurpose our content, we can publish it across multiple platforms, we can reach more people with the same amount of content, and it doesn't require any extra work because we're doing it for free using NotebookLM and this really fast feature, right? So we're generating the audio overview, but whilst we're doing that, we might as well generate a video overview, mate, all right? Now, what you can also do is you can actually customize this in between, right? So you can say, okay, this is for a specific use case or a specific show structure, etc., right? So, for example, we could say turn this into an AI SEO tutorial, right? And then what we can also do is we can say upsell the free AI SEO strategy session with Julian Goldie's SEO agency. We could say, right, okay, insert some subtle upsells, CTAs to Julian Goldie's SEO Elite Circle, right? So you see how you can monetize this content. You're not just creating it for fun. You obviously want to make money from it, or you want to monetize it in some way and get some sort of customers, right? Get some sort of leads, right? So as we're doing this, we're just filling in the information over here. So I turn this into an AI SEO tutorial. We could say, okay, let's keep it 3rd grade level language so anyone in the world can understand it, basically. And then also make it very actionable and add some homework. All right, and then we're going to click on generate over here, and that's going to start generating the video overview. Now, the video overview is going to take a little bit longer than the actual audio overview, but it's all good because, this is all saved inside NotebookLM and we can just come back and log in later. So, for example, if we go back to this video, this is one that we've created earlier. We can download that if we want to, so let's download that bad boy right now. And then, I can imagine, because I know I've tested it, I can imagine that some people are probably using this to generate and create new YouTube video channels, right? So as an example of this, if we go onto Google here and we put something like SEO training Honiton, which is something some people are typing into Google here. It's not just like a made up keyword. People are actually typing it into Google, right? Now, if you want to rank with that, let's plug that in. Let's have a look here where let's find this example. So if we wanted to rank with this keyword, SEO training Honiton, you can see that a video I actually generated a while back with NotebookLM is ranking on the first page of Google. It's actually ranking number 2 below my own website for that keyword, right? And so by creating and multi-purposing different content across podcasts, YouTube, etc., publishing it across multiple different platforms as well, you can then rank multiple times on the first page of Google for that specific keyword using NotebookLM. Super easy to do. I mean, if we have a look at this video as well, it's not just like one nobody would watch. You got 300 views, right? 300 views, which probably puts it in like top, I don't know. I mean, most channels don't get any views, to be honest. And also, this is a commercial video, right? So it's targeting that keyword, and then it's promoting our free SEO strategy session in between, right? It was all automated with NotebookLM. So pretty easy and fast to do. If we have a look over here, it still generates, so it's going to take a little while. And then if you want to see an example of the video that we created, let's pull this up full screen. So this was generated off the advanced sales standard operating procedure that I plugged in. So I literally just uploaded a Google Doc over here, and then we're good to go over here. Charles says, SEO is fairly new term for me, so yes, I'm finding this helpful. Yeah, if you want to learn more stuff about this, Charles, or anyone watching, check out the SEO Elite Circle. It comes with all of my best trainings on how to rank #1 with SEO. Also, if you're running an agency and you want clients, or if you want to grow a YouTube channel with SEO, then you can get all of my best trainings inside here, as you can see. And additionally, this also comes with a 6-week mastermind plus weekly coaching with me, and you can post inside the community. It's an active community, like you can see loads of people posting recently over here. All right, lots of good stuff going on in there. So let's get back to this bad boy. We're going to stop shilling now, and then I'm going to play this video like so.
What's the real difference between a salesperson who's just good and one who's truly an elite closer? It's not magic. It's not some born talent. It's a recipe.
Right? Now, this is interesting because it's taken the content from a huge playbook, right? We have a huge playbook for our sales training. When we train our reps and stuff like that. Like we have, it's an 88-page document, which is redonkulous, right? And what we've done is we've actually turned that into a video, and not just that, we've turned it into an actual like quite interesting video that has animations, it has videos, it has a voiceover, and we did it all in one click. So let's keep playing this now.
Proven step-by-step formula that has generated some serious revenue. And hey, when I say proven, I mean it. The standard operating procedure, the SOP, that we're about to walk through has pulled in over $10 million in revenue. So this isn't about guesswork, right? It's about executing a system that just flat out works again and again. So here are the 4 key ingredients we're going to cover.
Right, so you see how it's broken down, the whole playbook, the 88-page book, into 4 simple steps, right? So it's simplified everything, it's animated everything, designed the whole presentation, talked us through the presentation, and it's also, let's be honest, like most people are not comfortable in front of a camera, most people are not comfortable with their own voice, on recording, like most people cringe when they listen back to it. Whereas if you create something like this, you've got a full-blown presentation, ready to go, simplified, and also is completely free. Right, most of these other things you would have to pay quite a lot of money for. So, if you were generating this with tools like Descript, like Opus Clips, if you were using HeyGen, etc., like these are all paid tools, right? You got to pay for this stuff. Whereas NotebookLM, they're just giving it out for free. So that's an example. You can also play this back on like multiple speeds. You can refresh and rewind and that sort of thing. But the other cool thing here is that you can actually share this with people, right? So, for example, if I give someone the link, and I copy this link over here, then I can share that video with other people, right? And I think you have to be logged into Google to actually view it, so I'm not going to view it on incognito. But if we go over here, we can see and share the video that we created, right, using that shareable link. So pretty simple and easy. And then the other cool thing here, using NotebookLM, is if we go over to the chat, right, we can actually ask it questions. So not only can you create that video or that podcast or that sort of thing, but you can also go inside here and you can say, right, okay, give me some ideas about what I should do on my first day of training. Right, let's say you got a new sales rep, you're trying to train them up. Instead of you answering all the same questions over and over and over again, you can just use this process as well. So let's wait for that to load. Yeah, and then it says, right, here's what you're going to do first day, right? Get the technical setup locked down. Get the email calendar lined up, right? Dive deep into the playbook. Read and internalize it. Watch the sales crash course, etc. And so these are all the questions that you would normally get asked by your team or whatever, and you can now generate that directly. Now, it would also be really cool for example, learning a language. So, for example, if you went into the audio overview, let me find an audio overview that we've done previously. I think this is one. Let's have a look. So this is a podcast. This is not the video version over here. Let's play that.
You ever feel like you're just drowning in information, trying to stay, well informed all the time? It's a lot.
It really is like you need a shortcut sometimes.
Exactly.
All right. So what you've got here is 2 different AIs talking to each other. Now, you might think like that's pretty cool, but it feels a little bit stale or whatever. So what you can actually do when you're playing this is you can join and then you can ask questions to the podcast hosts, right? So let me show you an example.
Let's get to crucial bits fast.
Well, that's pretty much the whole... Oh, hey, I think our listeners got something to say.
Hey up, mate. I was just wondering, on our first day of sales training, what do you recommend doing?
Oh, that's a fantastic question. Starting strong on day 1 is key.
Absolutely. The sales training sales SOP document we're diving into actually has a whole section on this.
Yeah, it's called New Rep Onboarding Checklist and New Sales Rep Roadmap.
For your very first day, the document emphasizes some...
So basically what we've done is ask it a question, and then the AI talks back to me, trained on that SOP, and then gives me the answers directly, right? Now, if you want to learn or see some examples of this, you can check out the AI Profit Boardroom. Inside here, we've got links to everything. We've got a full step-by-step process on how to use this. And also, there's loads of training inside here on NotebookLM. If you just type in NotebookLM over at the top, you can see all these different NotebookLM trainings that we've got, right? So all the updates, how to create videos, how to use it with Gemini 2.5 Flash, etc. So really cool stuff there. And then, the other thing you can do here is you can actually upload this to like SoundCloud and rank with that, right? So for example, let's have a look. what I've actually done here is you can see I've got an AI generated audio file that ranks on the first page of Google for how to do SoundCloud SEO, right? I've also got videos about this too. But essentially, if we go over here and we click on this,
Musicians and content creators seeking to enhance their visibility.
this is a AI generated audio clip that ranks on the first page of Google using a similar process to NotebookLM, right? And so you can easily rack up, you know, a lot of potential leads, a lot of potential customers, etc. for your business using this process. I mean, this one audiobook has had 200 views, and I wasn't even marketing it. I wasn't even trying. You know, it's just one of those things where you can reach a lot of people by publishing across multiple different platforms. So really cool stuff right there. Very easy to do. Lucata says, is this in other languages besides English? Yes, it is. So you can actually, I don't think the video reviews are, but you can get outputs, especially in audio reviews, in different languages. So I'll come on to that in a second. I'll show you some example notebooks that we've created previously in different languages. So don't worry about that. And by the way, if you're watching the replay of this and you want to connect with me personally, or you want to jump on live calls like this, then you can just go inside the Air Profit Boardroom and jump on one of the 5 weekly calls that we have inside here, right? So if you jump on these calls, we have like NA10 automation masterclasses, we have weekly Q&As, we have training sessions with a PhD level scientist, Dr. Jeff, who can help you with AI. So all sorts of crazy stuff in there if you want to learn about this and you want to be right at the leading edge and get your questions answered. So let's go over here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, so here's a Spanish one that I actually created, and you can see the source over here. So this is an English video turned into Spanish, and then if we go on here, this will be in Spanish, right? This automation. So let's play this.
So vandaag kyk ons 'n bietjie dieper
Actually, that's not Spanish. I think that might be Afrikaans.
na Alibaba se nuwe KI kind op die blok, Qwen 3.
Ja, die nuwe modelfamilie. En dis Chinees en vir nou.
Now, I have no idea what they're saying, but I know they're talking about Qwen 3. And yeah, you can easily change the output. I think if you go to settings in the top right over here, then you're going to go to output language. You can select between all the different languages, right? And it's got pretty much every single language you could ever imagine inside there. All the main ones anyway. You know, a bit of Cebuano in there. Shout out to Philippines. What else we got here? We got some Chinese, Afrikaans, whatever you need, mate. It's all in there. It's all in there. And then also, interestingly, what they actually have is these featured notebooks. So these are like featured notebooks you can watch about, for example, like William Shakespeare, you know, parenting advice, all sorts of crazy stuff there as well. So it is absolutely amazing what you can do. I mean, the other cool thing here as well is this is your ultimate content machine, right? Because you can create a notebook that's trained on you, your business, etc. And then you can use that to create content. So let me show you an example of that, right? So we're going to go over here. We're going to create new, and then we can just add a website link. So I'm going to just add a bunch of URLs over here about me, my business, etc. I think we can stick with that, to be honest, for now. Let's find the About Me page on my website. There we go. All right. So we'll paste that in as well. So what we're trying to do here is just gather different URLs that we can use to start generating more personalized outputs to me and my business, right? That's the whole point. It's like, you don't want to create AI spam here. You're trying to create something that's personalized to you, your business, etc. So what this is doing is it's now feeding in the sources of what we talked about previously. So it's got the About Me page, case studies, my main homepage, etc. And now we've got a custom trained GPT based on me and my business, right? So now if we say, right, okay, create a SEO blog about, I don't know, let's go back to that example before, SEO training Honiton as Julian Goldie with CTAs to his funnels in the style of Alex Hormozy, right? Make it super personalized. So now inside the chat, this is trained on all of my website links. And it's using that to generate a personalized blog about me, but for the keyword that we want to rank for, right? Okay, so it's like, my agency, Goldie Agency, has helped 70 experts, blah, 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 ready to start publishing and praying. You know, here's a free SEO strategy session, and then we've got the links over there. Okay. You can also refresh that. You can actually change the conversational style, so you can say, right, okay, analyst guide or custom, right? So you can put custom instructions right there. And then also define your response length. So do you want it longer, do you want it shorter, etc. And then you can create a video and an audio view about, you know, whatever your brand is. Pretty simple and easy. Now, if we go back over here, the video generated has been created over here. And if we go back to, let's have a look here. Yeah. So the video overview and the audio overview are now ready for Perplexity AI SEO that we talked about earlier. And Lucata says, can you upload PowerPoint files or only Google Slides? I think you could actually add a PowerPoint file. Let's have a look. You would just upload it to Google Drive and then insert it, I think. The other thing you could do is just like convert it into a Google slide, or you could paste all the text and then paste it down here. So you could paste the text down there as well. Or you could actually just upload the file directly here. And it supports PDF, text, Markdown. So you could save your presentation as a PDF and then upload it directly there. All right, so let's pull up this video that we've got.
All right,
So just to clarify here, this is trained on that YouTube video that I gave it, but also it's 6 minutes 45 long, right? Which is pretty long, really, pretty
let's
decent.
get right into it. Today, I am going to show you a secret AI SEO method. One site used it to get an absolutely massive flood of traffic, and I promise you, it's something almost nobody is talking about yet. So, here's the big question. How do you get 87,000 website visitors and fast? I mean, going from basically zero to a number like that in just a few days, it sounds like a fantasy, right? Well, it's not. It's all about jumping on a brand new opportunity before the rest of the world catches on. The secret is a new feature that's part of an AI tool, and it's kind of hiding in plain sight. Most people just don't even know it's there. So today, we're going to pull back that curtain and show you exactly what it is, and more importantly, how you can use it. Okay, so the tool is called Perplexity Pages. Now,
Alright, so you can see it's not just like static presentation, it's not really boring to watch, etc. It's got a cool voiceover. And then, you know, you could probably download that and then post it to YouTube. I bet a lot of people are doing that, honestly. So it's a potential money-making opportunity because you can actually monetize your YouTube channel as well. And also, does it process images within PDF files? I'm not sure on that 100%, to be honest with you. I don't want to be SEO and tell you, yeah, it can or it can't, etc. But yeah, pretty cool. Really cool stuff. And then we've also got the podcast over here.
You know, getting eyeballs on your content online is it's always a challenge, right?
Oh, absolutely. More crowded than ever.
But what if I told you about the site feature? I saw the stat. 0 to like 87,000 visitors in just a few days.
Wow.
All from a feature most people probably haven't even heard of.
Okay, you got my attention.
So today, yeah, we're doing a deep dive. We're looking into Perplexity AI, specifically this Pages feature, and we want to unpack the secrets, you know, why some stuff gets massive traffic there and other content just vanishes.
Right, and we've got some really interesting material to work with today. It's from a new YouTube source, actually. It unpacks this leaked info from a researcher.
all right.
And then if we pull this up, let's have a look. Now, some people... Lucata is saying it'd be nice if you could remove the watermark here. To be honest, like, yeah, I don't know how that works in terms of commercial licensing and that sort of thing. I'm not a legal expert at all, but yeah, you can see there is a slight watermark in the bottom right there. But I don't think it's not that noticeable for most people. Maybe it would. I don't know whether maybe on YouTube in the future they'll penalize videos created with NotebookLM. That would be interesting to know as well. But yeah, there you go. So there you go. And then Yeti says, how do you add screenshots to the source in NotebookLM? Let's have a look here. So if we add source, You probably want to upload it as a PDF, the image file. Potentially, let's have a look here. No, I don't think you can. Let's have a look here. Can we add? Yeah, you probably want to add it as a PDF, but I don't think you can really add images to the source as far as I'm aware. It doesn't seem to use your images, if that makes sense. Black Mouse says, I've been using this podcast for my website a few months now. It's pretty great. Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, like, yeah, it's pretty wild what you can do with this and how you can create it and that sort of thing. So, thanks so much for watching. That is how to use NotebookLM, how to generate videos with it. Again, you can use it for free. It has been rolled out to the whole world recently. If you want to get the full step-by-step process on exactly how to do this, check out the AI Profit Boardroom. It comes with all of my best trainings, step-by-step tutorials, masterclasses, etc. You also get 5 weekly calls in here. So you can actually jump on the Q&A calls, the NA10 automation masterclasses, the weekly masterclasses as well. We have a 6-week roadmap as well. So if you're like not sure how to use AI or you're starting from scratch, you can just follow this process. And week by week, we show you exactly how to start learning how to build AI agents, like even how to build your first AI agent in under 5 minutes, how to build AI automations, more advanced stuff as well. And this is a 6-week masterclass with homework so that you learn. Literally, if you're starting from zero, you can learn everything you need. And if you're more advanced, you can check out the crash course. We have tons of great NA10 templates. On top of that, we have an agency course if you want to learn how to scale and get clients with AI automation. And on top of that, we have a YouTube roadmap, which is a 6-week roadmap, plus all my best AI SEO automations directly there. On top of that, inside here, you can post inside the community, get your questions answered. So, for example, here, Yasin posted, we got back to him straight away. And then additionally, the prices are going up soon, so make sure you sign up now before you miss out. There's only 24 spots left at the current price, so if you sign up now, you can lock in your lifetime deal. If you sign up later, then it's going to cost you more money and you'll pay an extra price, right? And we never reduce the price, we always increase it, because we want to just keep the quality high, and we can only let so many people in. So feel free to get that link in the comments and description. If you like, Julian, I just want you to do everything for me. I want to become a client, I want to pay you monthly to build AI automations, etc. Then feel free to book in an AI automation session. On that call, what we're going to do is we are going to audit your time. Then we're going to figure out what systems you need to build, and then we're going to go off and build it for you as you become our client. All right, so feel free to book that in. Appreciate you watching, and I will see you on the next one. Yeti says Gemini 3 is more powerful than GPT-5. We will see. And Lucata says, do you know any news about Gemini 3? I think it's coming out soon. Usually they release everything about the same time, so I would expect DeepSeek R2 to come out pretty soon, and I would expect Gemini 3 to come out pretty soon as well. So yeah, and again, if you want to personally connect with me, a lot of people say, how can I have a conversation with you, how can I reach out to you, etc. The only place in the world that I respond to DMs is the AI Profit Boardroom. So hope to see you in there, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers, bye bye.